Welcome back to the GSL. I am Tasteless, and with me is Artosis. We just saw Loner really dominate.
He's the lone Chinese left in the tournament.
That's right.
Going up to the round of 32.
Chinese players made it to the round of 32. Very exciting. Very big day. As of course, China really wants to prove that it is a powerhouse at RTS games, just as China was a powerhouse at Warcraft 3
and at StarCraft I.
Oh yeah, PJ was really good.
The best player ever.
So good.
PJ is so good.
That guy was actually an A+ bash pro gamer bashing player on iCup.
No, I know.
And then we of course had people like Sky.
Seriously, if I could just have like a fanboy moment about PJ, this guy.
I know.
Actually, he just like sits there and like beats S-class pro gamers.
Yeah, he does. He's
on land.
Really
he's
good.
like, oh, you're Bisu? Okay, he like takes games, like almost wins, like against Stork, and it doesn't matter, man.
It looks like we got a new one now here with Loner.
That's it.
Taking out Bleach, who's a very formidable opponent. He did manage to beat a player called Artosis in the GSL. That guy's really good. And he did manage to beat a player called Tasteless before in his pro gaming career in the Stars Wars tournament. I hear that guy is a force to be reckoned with. So Loner is actually very good. And congratulations to him for moving on to the round of 32. But we're not done yet because Artosis and me have 8 more best of 3s to cast today. We have Boxer versus Baby Wera.
Yeah.
Now, don't be confused. It's not Imyohan. It's not Slayer's Boxer. It's a guy named Boxer.
Yeah,
there's no Slayers in there.
I don't know anything about this guy.
We have nothing on our information
He's ranked
sheets.
extremely high on the ladder. I've seen his ID because everyone's laughing because there was actually a point in time where like the top 3 on one of the ladder divisions was Boxer, Slayer, and Boxer's actual ID. So it's like, okay, this is kind of funny, but this guy's ranked very high. He's a Terran player, obviously a huge fan of Boxer. Wouldn't it be funny if they played each other? It's like Slayer's Boxer, and then Boxer. And it's like actually just there's a mirror set up, and it's a TVT, and it's just totally weird, man. Like Banshee versus Banshee.
I know, it's going to be the hardest thing for us to cast Slayer's Boxer against Boxer.
Boxer's over here doing this, and he's over there doing that.
He's everywhere.
Boxer just killed his own SCV. It's like, ah. But no, this is some other Boxer. I'm going to actually ask him that if he wins, like who he is.
Where'd you get your ID from? Let's introduce the players now after we get a shot of our very sexy studio. Here's our player. He is Boxer.
Yeah.
He's a recruit.
That's right. Boxer must be flattered that one of the best StarCraft II players in the world qualified for this tournament just takes his ID and uses it.
I know.
It's quite a flattering thing to have people on your ID. I was told there's like 4 Artoses on the US
I can't imagine how many Tastelesses are out there. Probably
just you, buddy. You're the best.
Probably millions of Tastelesses out there.
And, okay, well, this guy, he's just a high-ranked Terran. That's really all we know about him. And
he's new to the GSL.
That's right. Would be funny if he's like, no, Lim Yo-an, I heard his ID was similar too. Like, no, I just like boxing. I'm the Boxer.
I'm the Boxer.
Muhammad Ali.
I was actually about to make a Muhammad Ali joke, but you beat me to it.
I'm sorry.
Well done.
Yours was probably better than mine.
Well, I was going to, you might be the Muhammad Ali of StarCraft II. We're going to find out here in a minute.
No, mine was
better. He looks pretty calm. He looks pretty composed.
Yeah.
Which is more than I could say for a lot of these players you've seen here in the booth.
Yeah.
Some of these guys are very
all
nervous.
Wiggly and jiggly.
So,
but, Baby Wera, we're going to take a look at him in just a moment.
Let's find out if he is in a diaper. Zooming in on him in a minute. Look how good our studio looks. He's in fact not a baby, and he's not Baby from StarCraft I.
No, certainly not. We would know if that guy is switched that. Well, this guy, he's really, his role model is Fruit Dealer, as a lot of Zerg players do have.
Yeah.
He's actually an older player. He's about 26 years old.
That's not old. That's my age.
Yeah, man, that's actually pretty old.
Getting old now.
Sorry, buddy.
All right.
You're older still not as old as me.
You're grandpa, man.
I know.
You're 27.
I know it. It's, this guy, well, we're going to have to see. I don't think I've hit this guy on the ladder. He's actually, I don't believe he's ranked that highly. One of the surprise Zergs to get through. You know, there's a lot of name Zergs, and then there's like 4 or 5 guys that you're like, wait, who's this guy? And he just
he might be one of these guys who's got the right nerves for tournaments. That's something to keep in mind.
Definitely.
Some of these guys are, only good against people who are very, very good. That might sound strange with their play style.
I know all about that, man.
Organized about.
That's why whenever I lose, it's to a newbie.
That's why it's organized around, what your opponent sees, play styles like that. So, I don't know. Maybe this guy's got the right nerves for the tournaments. There are players who are just good at laddering and stuff like that as well. So, we're going to find out in a minute, what he's got to offer. Whereas a very talented team in Korea, there's not a lot of Korean, big esports pro teams yet, so Ware is one of the big ones. I wouldn't say one of the highest ranking ones. I'd probably say TSL or OGS a little bit better, but Ware is definitely up there.
No, Ware gets a lot of players through. Yeah. They're a big team. They used to have a very distinctive style, but nowadays they're really branching out a little bit more. We're seeing a lot more different plays out of them, not just one base all-ins, which basically through the entire beta, that's what every single Ware player did every game.
Yeah,
literally,
absolutely.
If you saw Ware in the ladder, you just turtled and
they definitely had their own play style.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get the map lineup here, and let's take a look at it now. Lost Temple is going to be our first map. Maps, the eliminated Boxer, eliminating Scrap Station, as well as Blistering Sands.
Decent maps to remove against Zerg.
Yeah, no shocker there.
Yeah.
Baby Wera eliminates Steps of War
and Delta Quadrant. Those are what you want to eliminate as Zerg. Against Zerg, Scrap Station, obviously that's a good thing because you can't rush Zerg on that map.
Right.
And then Blistering Sands is interesting because in the early and mid game, it can be quite nice for Zerg, but when you actually get late game half map versus half map, Zerg can't hold the fourth base.
No,
so it actually becomes a Terran
There's
map.
no additional base that you can acquire, basically. With the second map was Metalopolis. Basically, it's a map Zerg players do like to play on. They feel safe on it. Third map is going to be Jungle Basin.
That's actually kind of exciting. For Zerg versus Terran on that map, the thing is the third base is extremely hard to take, but the first one is quite safe. So
that's good for a Zerg.
I'm a little bit split on the map right now. So far, I've liked it in the games I've played, but holding judgment until I play Jungle Basin more.
Oh, we're starting the game. Let's get ready. It's going to be Boxer against Baby Wera. It should be pretty cool. Only one will move on to the round of 32. Who's it going to be? Over here at the top right, we have Boxer. He is not Slayer's Boxer. He is not Imyohan, but he is an admirer of him. Down here at the bottom, or I shouldn't say, actually not far from him at all, over here at the upper right, we have Baby Wera. Baby Wera. Baby, of course, also the ID of another very important StarCraft I player, the youngest pro gamer.
Yeah.
Essentially.
That's
and
well, not the youngest, but the youngest of the top class.
Yes.
Yes. Well, anyways, these positions, what Baby's going to want to do is see the command center and then turn his Overlord a little bit. Let's see if he does this.
Spot it. Will he turn it around?
And he knows he's watching. Yep. There you go. But it should not turn around. What it should do is skirt the base. There you go. Okay. That's the way you do it. You skirt the base, and then you check the barracks that's going to be at the choke. And you basically watch that for what add-on goes on. That's how you scout a Terran in these close positions. So he's going to just go down with that Overlord. But a lot of people nowadays are sending SCV out to check for this Overlord turnaround. Our Terran player Boxer has not done that, though. Now,
Boxer, of course, watch the direction he will scout because he very well go to the left here.
Yeah.
Now, if he goes, okay, now that means he has no idea that his opponent's here. As you can see, I know I keep putting the vision tab on here, but it's very important. See how Zerg can see him? The Terran cannot see him.
That's right.
So Terran's actually scouting the wrong way.
And he wants to show him at the last second, but he's got to make sure that his Overlord can get into a good position. So if this guy just makes a Marine straight out, he has to run the Overlord away as opposed to floating it over the cliff on the natural. But he has gone hatchery first. And that's actually getting so popular against Terran because now they have to make a depot before the barracks.
Yes.
It makes the rushes a lot slower, but this guy actually made the barracks fast enough that he may be able to pressure with the Marine if he just goes straight out. Double gas. Ooh.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
This is a tech pattern here. Now, remember, the Terran is actually scouted quite a bit without seeing. Now Terran realizes, aha, he must be here.
Mm-hmm.
But, of course, all too late. One Marine coming out here, he could actually... nope, he wouldn't. The Overlord will manage to get over to the high ground.
With a Marine, he can definitely do a little bit of pressuring, force maybe some extra Zerglings out as opposed to drones. I don't foresee him being able to kill anything, though, really.
Oh, nice. He's going to take the SCV out. Wow. Very nice by Baby Wera.
Yeah, definitely. And the drones want to surround! And pulls the hurt drone. Nice moves by Baby Wera. Has to run the Marine away, but some mining time is lost.
Yes, this Marine is actually doing damage without killing things, but certainly buying time.
We see 6 Zerglings are making, so that's more than enough. Now, he's making a factory at the wall-in. I believe we're probably going to see Banshee play because he got that second gas so early. That's normally what you do with a ton of gas as Terran.
Meanwhile, Zerg,
but actually,
droning up.
Ghost Academy being made. So
what?
Pretty cool.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of things he can do with this. We may be seeing some snipe play, which we have seen from the acupuncture Terran in the last GSL.
Oh god, that'd be so cool if we see some Ghost play.
Yeah, if you get it with a dropship, it can be really cool because you just fly in with 3 ghosts and you just start, punking queens. That's basically how it goes. You punk queens and then you just pick them up, heal them, hit Zerglings, do whatever. It's a pretty neat strategy.
We don't fully know what Zerg's going to do yet because what Zerg's is trying to do is develop an economy.
Yeah.
That's the way it usually works for Zerg, unless they're going to take a risk. They do. If Zerg acts very aggressively in any way, it's a risk. Zerg wants to build the economy.
That's right. Now, he is getting a layer. He is getting a lot more gas. But no Zergling speed upgraded yet, so he's kind of defenseless right now, aside from the spine crawlers that he's making.
Nukes! We're going to see nukes!
Okay, so we're going to see him actually nuke from the ledge, most likely. That's kind of cool. Again, just drop the Ghost on the ledge of Zerg and just repeatedly nuke it, and you can actually stop that Zerg base from mining for a very long time. Nukes don't take that long. They aren't very expensive.
Much better than in StarCraft I.
Oh, yeah.
Very usable.
No doubt about that.
Uh-oh.
And here he goes. I'm really interested to see
nervous.
How many ghosts he ends up making, whether he's going to want to play any snipe play.
Well, he's not making a second ghost here.
Yeah.
But the big question is, how does the strategy actually evolve?
Yeah.
Queen spots it.
But he's got some spine crawlers up on the ledge. Here we go. The nuke is done.
Whoops.
And he must really like Boxer, man. He's going nukes.
He's going for nukes. He's going to have to evacuate.
Yeah. He's going to be able to run everything away, including the spine crawlers. He's going to want to run those drones away, too.
He needs to move the drones. Here it comes.
Doesn't want the queens getting hit. So going to kill a lot of larvae, which is actually something people don't think about a lot, but one of those larvae had actually even been turned into an egg. And look at that. Sniping the queen out. That's how you do it, man. Cool strategy so far. The next nuke, by the way, almost done.
Now, don't be confused. The nuke wasn't as impactful as it could have been because it didn't kill the drones or the queens. But taking out the larva means you're not going to be able to make more drones, so Zerg's still trying to build his economy. Meanwhile, Terran expanding over here. And he is now going to make an additional barracks. It looks like he might go for bio play after this.
Ooh, I like the reactor. Maybe he'll go Vikings and control that ledge even more.
The nuke's going off. I can't believe I got a shot of that. I'm so impressed with my cinematography.
Cinematography, is that what we're calling it?
That is the word for it. My vocab is bigger than yours. Here comes the nuke. And again, the hatchery now at half health. I believe, unless my math is off, it would take almost 3 more nukes to kill this hatchery.
Yeah. And the Spire, though, just finishing up. And he's going to be able to clean up that ghost very easily with the 5 units that are making right now. Now, he should know the timing of this if he's actually practiced it, that really this is kind of dangerous to go for another nuke here.
Yeah.
He should be out and ready in time to stop this nuke, no problem. Losing the dropship, the ghost, and the nuke will actually... That is a lot of expensive units.
If he could just barely get the nuke out in time to hit the eggs, but it doesn't look like what's going to happen. Does he have cloak?
No. Another nuke being launched, but here are the mutas.
And
it's going to heal. Will it go down in time? No.
Yeah.
And actually, this is he should not be committing these Vikings right now. That is a very bad idea. Now he's ridiculously far behind losing these Vikings.
You know what's a good question is actually, where the hell does a nuke go if it doesn't land? Is there like a nuke somewhere in space heading towards a planet of innocent people?
Well, probably not people. There's only 3 races.
That's
the Terran, the Zerg, and the Protoss. Well, there's a Xel'Naga.
Xel'Naga actually get hit by
a random nuke. It's like 30 years from now. Here come the mutas. Hitting these SCVs. Really, there's no defense. He's wasted the Vikings. And these mutas are going to be able to do a lot of harassment despite Marine Viking being there. And this is a great move, taking this hatchery. There is no way that the Terran player can be offensive right now.
Terran's just going to try to continue to crank out as much as possible. A few links get in here. They're going to go take out this one mule.
Oh, no.
Very nice.
Not what Boxer wanted to happen. Not at all.
Mutas come back in here. Double-pronged attack.
You know, Viking's not the best counter. The Muta's just going and engaging, but the Marine's coming up as well. He's got to be careful not to engage those Marines, because those will kill the Mutas.
And now he can go around here. He could even take out another Mule.
And it looks like he's going to engage these Marines down here. And it's just all working out really well for Baby Wera. I mean, look at this. Another Viking. He's already killed 6 Vikings, a bunch of Marines, a bunch of SCVs, a Ghost, stopped a nuke. These Mutas have more than paid for themselves already.
These Mutas have actually done more damage than 2 nukes.
Yeah, far more.
Figuratively and literally. Like,
you know, it's interesting. If he had known his timings a bit better, removed that Ghost from the ledge and not flown the Vikings down to start harassing, he would actually be in a great position right now. But instead, it's just piling up. Those few mistakes are piling up. Looks like he's making more Vikings still, though. Still pumping out some Marines, some not Marauders quite yet.
Not quite yet.
But Muta's being made by our Zerg player.
And as we can see, Muta's once again going to move out.
We're now 46 drones against 32 SCVs. Creep spread doing okay so far.
And once again, taking out more SCVs here.
The one problem is he's stimming to take care of these, and he does not have medevacs yet. Look at that, a lot more SCVs going down as well. Even though these Mutas are quite hurt, realistically, with the units that he's seeing being made by the Terran player, he can just get Banelings with Baneling speed, and there's no way he's ever going to be in any trouble.
Muta Baneling is so scary.
And in fact, a Baneling nest is being made right now, as well as another hatchery over at the other main base.
It looks as though Zerg has gotten so far ahead, Terran's going to be forced to commit to one attack and try to win it. I don't believe there's going to be any Vikings left here.
Yeah, just one red Viking left. He has got some medevacs, starting to make some Zerglings here, pumping out a lot of Speedlings. But it looks like,
he's just trying to get him to stim. Any additional stims he does eat up the medevacs energy. Medevacs are pretty low on energy. They might not even be able to heal very much. Baneling's nest almost done.
Yeah, and smartly, the Terran player runs back once he's on the creep a little bit, forces more units, but realizes he's not going to be able to play against the Zerg on his home territory of the creep. So, good move backing up there. In the meantime, the economy of our Zerg player, Baby Wera, getting very nice.
Baby Wera proving he doesn't need to wear those diapers anymore. Thank you for that charity giggle you just gave me.
Got Baneling speed going, a lot of Mutas making as well as Zerglings for our Zerg player. And not really keeping up with this creep spread, though. That's something you definitely want to do. It scouts, it makes your Zerglings and Banelings twice as effective. And this is not something he's going to be able to break.
Yeah,
in fact, upon seeing that, he's going to be like, oh, it's time to go
around,
home.
Yeah. Turn actually hasn't been able to do much of anything in the middle of the map here. Baneling speed will be done shortly. And that's going to actually directly hard counter these Marines.
Yeah. You know, I'm not exactly sure.
What is this Marine doing? He's got a mental disorder. He's just hanging out in the middle of the map. He's like homeless.
Thinks he's a Zerg. Ooh, we're going to see a huge drop. Now, this is the type of move he should be doing because he needs to do something pretty big here. He's getting further and further behind, so we're going to see if he's going to be able to do anything with this. Unfortunately, Baneling's speed is about to finish, so that's going to be huge. But how much damage can he do before they get up there? Dropping these Marines out, and the Mutas are going to be in a huge amount of trouble. But here come the Zerglings so fast up there, and when the Banelings get here, that's when it gets dirty.
Wow.
Yeah.
That might actually be game.
Yeah, he is just so far behind at this point. Let's take a look at the supplies. 76 against 110, Zerg player in the lead there. And it's 2 base against 4. Just nothing is going right for poor Boxer. I guess this is going to prove who's the best Boxer.
It is. Yeah, I don't think there's any way you can recover. Zerg might even go for the kill move here. That might be a crass decision, but Zerg does have that option.
Yeah, I believe that. That may be, in fact, a crass decision, as you put it, Tasteless. Why try to kill him? You have all the economy. Just tech up, keep making units. There's nothing he can do against you at this point.
Terran trying to catch up desperately. You see him making a bunch of depots intentionally up here in the front. In case he's attacked like a moment like this, he does indeed go for the kill move here.
And, well, that didn't work out all that well. That is not the type of thing you want to do with Zerg. In fact, Zerg almost never goes for a kill move. You just
you kind of just wait, like a big trapdoor spider.
Yeah, you whittle them down, you let them mine themselves out, and you just make a lot of units. But I mean, at this point, his economy is so great, just making so many units.
Got a drop coming up here.
That's a very small drop. There's not a lot of these drop ships.
A lot of drop ships, but yeah, not a lot in them.
And pure Marines, so he's going to drop these Marines out, take care of the Queen quite easily. But then our Zerg player's going to get mad and come up, but he's going to kill a lot of drones, it looks like. If Zerglings come in single file, that's actually not going to be good. He's hurting the economy quite a bit. Where are the Banelings of our Zerg player? Taking out the Infestation Pit, going to take out the Spire 2 as well. And he's in a good location. This is actually a very powerful attack right now.
Here come the Banelings, though, going to clean it up. Mutas will kill off the drop ships.
Yeah, I mean...
And that was a blow to the Zerg, but in fact, the Terran does not really have that much of an army. Here's all he has left.
Yeah, it did a lot of damage, sure, but the Banelings are actually just going to go ahead and roll through this. That's the only problem here. He has enough Zerglings and Banelings. And the Zerglings surrounding the Banelings coming up, but most of them exploding on siege tanks. That's not what you want to do. You want to target them on the Marines. And they're trying to kite back here against the Zerglings. But so many mutas, so many Zerglings. Looks like this is going to be it. We're going to have to see a GG out of Boxer here.
Boxer is going to have to tap out. There may only be one Boxer left here in this tournament. Wow.
But it is just game one, so we'll have to see. And just clean up. He's not going to be able to pop out enough to realistically deal with this. His economy is shattered at this point. 53 supply against 106. Literally doubled.
That's it. Expect GG any second now.
Yeah.
Great play by the Zerg. The nuke play was interesting, but he didn't follow it up properly. That's too bad.
Yeah.
I would like to see people experiment with this build a little bit more, because those nukes definitely did pay for themselves. But the build didn't transition right, and Baby Wera wins the first game.
That's right. Boxer, not happy. Drinking out of a little paper cup.
That's all he gets, a little paper cup.
Yeah.
You don't get a nice fancy goblet.
No, if he wins this match, though, he could.
He could.
His prize money goes up. 200,000 won more.
That's right.
That's enough for a nice goblet.
You can get a couple good goblets.
Yeah.
Like that one in Indiana Jones.
Which one? Like the
one where you have chosen wrong, ladies.
Oh, yeah. It's like so
melts.
sparkly.
So, tough game there for Baby Wera. As, he just, actually, what am I saying? Tough game, excuse me, for Boxer. Baby Wera really outplayed him. The build at the start was interesting, but,
yeah, it was interesting.
You got to transition properly into it.
The fact that he just kept losing Vikings, maybe he could have hit a critical mass. He was keeping the Zerg off a lot of the gas at his natural. He could have, I think, hit a critical mass, but...
Looks like we're going to start this game right away. Game number 2 between Baby Wera and Boxer. Let's get ready for the game to start.